YouTube, it's Tony Ortiz, and we're back with some Bloodstain content for you tonight, or today, whenever you happen to be watching this. It's been a little while. I went on vacation, I've come back, I've been practicing a lot lately, and we're going to get some randomizer runs in for you. So if you are familiar with any of my previous videos on the subject, you'll know what we're about to do here, but if you haven't watched those yet, I encourage you to go back to watch those some other time, the primers. But we're going to start out with an STS run, which means same type shuffled, which means we're going to set up the randomizer so that all of the items in the game, whether they're in chests or the shards that drop from enemies, are all going to retain the type of way you would obtain them. So if the weapon is in a chest, it will be shuffled around with all of the other chests that also would contain a weapon in the vanilla game. An enemy that drops a blue shard will have that be shuffled around with all the other enemies who drop blue shards, and so on. The shop is a little bit wild. Some things can show up in the shop that also show up in chests, and a lot of stuff that does not also will show up in the shops. And Chaos, even though this says both enemy shards and drops are randomized, what this is actually going to do is it's going to take the set of items that something drops. So if, say there's an enemy that drops Alkahest, Ectoplasm, and something else, right? It takes that whole group of and the same percentage of drop rate, and then it moves that to a different enemy, or it could be on the same enemy. So that's kind of how the enemy drops are working. We're not messing around with Unchanged. Key items you need to put to anywhere. This is to prevent things from happening like a movement shard going on to like Craftwork as a boss, because that can be like a Craftwork blue, which is a progression item. So this is why you need to do this. And then this one is also just a regular setting. You know, you have to do this to beat Jeeble, which means you have to find Zangetsu to beat him with that, and then open the last area, go there. That is pretty much the way it goes. I have a primer that explains this in way more further detail and explores the whole cast, so you can check that out. But we're just going to get some practice in today, and I'm going to basically just try to talk a little bit more than I normally would, to kind of give you an idea of what I have going on. One thing you may want to do before you dive into this with me is you might want to get more familiar with the castle itself, or the map, and I do that in the primers as well, so check those out. Alright, now what is nice about this game, having a built-in randomizer, is that you also have a built-in timer in the bottom left corner of your screen. So I'm just going to go ahead with that. I'm not going to save split anything. What that means is saving somewhere, checking something, and then if it isn't the result you wanted, resetting the game, reloading it. We try not to do this because for console players it actually takes a lot longer to do this. But there is a chance that I do end up soft locking in the shop menu or on the train boss or somewhere, and I'll have to reload. And if that happens, we'll just have to deal with that, unfortunately. So, I may lose some time there. If you want to use a timing app that's secondary, I would strongly suggest that. I do use Live Split when I play Max Chaos, just because there is a lot of opportunity for save splitting in that category, especially because there are areas that you can just go into and knock it out of. A lot. Whereas in this scenario, you very rarely will have that happen. I have had it happen before, just a couple days ago actually, where I had to go all the way down to the desert area, and then I didn't have a way to get out of the desert area after beating the boss down there. And then I had saved over my save, so that I kind of just like ruined that run. So that kind of thing can happen. So definitely feel free to use a like a live split or something similar. All right, you'll notice the timer will not kick off though until you start moving or you take an action. That is what will happen when I start moving. One thing I do want to note though is that even if you buy this game right now and you don't buy any of the DLC, you will get some free equipment. It's part of just some promotions they did with the latest patch. It is Shantae, if you're familiar with that character. It's all of her gear. It's very minor, but one thing that's very important is it includes a weapon, which is a very short range but 12 attack or like 10 attack, something short sword. So that doesn't really do much for you in STS because there are a bunch of weapon chests on the boat. However, when you play Max Randomizer, where you could have 0 weapons on the boat, it does give you a weapon and a way out. And I think it's kind of cool that it allows the Max randomizing settings to be more playable, or at least more less egregious to get off the boat and continue playing. But the community has sort of pretty much decided that since there's really no way to prevent those things from being in your inventory, it's going to be easier to just unequip that stuff or just let it rock, and we've decided to let it rock. All other DLC costumes though are banned, so you will need to take those all off before you start playing. Or there'll be separate categories for them if people want to do that. Now, if you're running a race, you'll have a race timer in the race room, which will keep track of time for you. But it is really nice to just have the timer be accurate, especially if, like, me as a commentator more than a player, or at least at an equal level. It's really nice to have that to kind of have a context of where people are in relation to each other, how further ahead somebody is than the other person. So, yeah, we're just going to kick it off here, and I'm not going to explain any of the basic stuff that I've explained in the primer past what I've just explained. But you're going to see a lot of different movement techniques and stuff like that that you are probably familiar with from other Metroidvanias. There's going to be backdash canceling. Sometimes there'll be slides, slide jumps, all sorts of cool stuff like that you can get familiar with by watching some of the primers. All right. All right. And I'm just going to take one more sip of water here. And then we're going to get going. Okay, Warhorse Key, that's an item that opens an optional boss. That boss does drop a purple shard at 100% rate, though, so that's actually a good find earlier rather than later, especially if we're looking for the Dimension Shift shard. There's an armor chest up there, but it's very out of the way, so I'm going to skip that. Very hard to get punished by that. It has to be literally only Aegis plate. That's an accessory chest. We always check all those. The best item in the game is Infinite MP accessory. Okay, Tunic, not what we're looking for, but you can turn that in, so it could end up being something better. Alright, and in STS, since we know where everything already is, there's a limited amount of places where everything that we need to beat the game can be, so there's not really a whole lot of point in killing a lot of enemies that, can't drop that stuff. So that's why you see us just running by a lot of things in this flag set here. Yeah, that's actually stronger. I'll actually put that on, and I'll put this on. Okay, Flame Cannon, not a very good purple. Probably not going to use it. Ooh. Riga, though, is decent. It is a usable red. The problem with red shards is that they usually cost too much MP to be very effective. Alright, we have another key item chest coming up right here. Okay, that is a literal blank. It's another optional boss key, but that boss drops a red, so there's no real reason for us to ever go there. Progression can only be gated behind a red shard in a very rare instance, and that boss is actually way after that progression gate, so really nothing to do there. Right, Flame Scarf is good. Probably going to put it on here, actually, because I need more damage to get past this enemy quicker. I will wait for a red to drop, though, because you can get some really good red shards. Toxic Storm is probably the best, because it gives you a way of poisoning without having to change your weapon or change your purple around. Bloodsteel is that red shard that can theoretically progression gate you, so you always want to see if that pops up. And then there's a bunch of good reds that, if you have infinite mana, they're awesome. Alright, we'll just find the highest attack power sword available in chests. That works for me. Having a Flame Scarf already as well, I like it. Typically, I could just skip this chest here, but it's just going to be money, so I'm taking that. You always want some money for the shop. I was actually going to Flame Pillar there, so not bad. Deathcry is an interesting red to have. We might actually end up using it on Dom because it can curse, and she is vulnerable to cursing, but ooh. I'm not even going to look at anything else. I'm just going to go do the quest right away. What do you have? Okay, the iron is an interesting. I guess that's one of two different drop pools, I believe. Okay. Sea urchins. actually a good one to see, because if we find soy sauce and rice, we can make a an infinite food recipe, which is really nice to have. I think I need one more. Oh, no, I was already done. Turn in the tunic. Okay, dance mask's not something I want to waste a ring on, but it's there. I mean, we have 5, so. And the reason I want to do that right away is because this opens up another crafting option, and I want to see what it is. Okay, we have all the boss keys. No progression, but immediately equip that. Teps. Okay. That iron drop was nice. Ooh, witch's hat. We need cotton and a limb. Okay, poison and kukris here for a bronze. A red edge. Oh, a bad red edge. Okay, so there's nothing good for... Oh, there's a bandy blade, but I mean, it's worse. Yeah, okay. This is a good enough start that I'm going to save before I shop, so I don't, unfortunately, soft lock myself. There's a unfortunate shop soft lock that I never hit in 1.4. Apparently it did exist, but I think it's easier to do to yourself in 1.5. Not 100% sure. Yeah, we're never going to use flame cannon. I want to purchase stuff. I don't want to sell. Let's grab a rice seed. Speed belt's not worth it. It's worth it if you can get it for free, but it's not worth it if you can't. Ooh, sulfate. Oh, here's our obsidian. Alright, so I just have to find 2 iron. Okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to double check here. Yeah, I kept the weighted ring on. Alright, good. Weighted ring, not great, but gives us XP, so. Okay, well. I'm just going to grab this now. Okay, the whole castle's open. Nice. Alright, so now we are just... That is always SP rounds in STS now. We're just on a blind rush to find Zangetsu, so that's key item checks. Okay then. Well, this is going to be a pretty quick one. Even if it's a vanilla, we're already off to a ridiculously good start here. I don't see vanilla being an issue. I mean, even if all the white shards are in the exact wrong order, we're still going to blaze through this pretty quick. Okay, grab that. Okay, there's some poison. So that's good. That makes Dom already... And it's the better one. So that makes Dom already a much easier target. Yeah, I think we just go up. I'm just grabbing money here. This is all for money, basically. I think we just check everything else to the right when we're ready to go that way. So basically we can go to the right there, that's the normal vanilla path. But the thing is that there's nothing over there besides some purples, and we already have the purple that gives us all the movement. So there's really no reason to go in that direction. And honestly, we don't really need to farm an offensive purple until we find Jeebel's glasses. If we find them. We might not. Oh, nice. He got me. I'm just going to be looking for stat ups now. Yep, take that. Just looking to make the last fight a little bit easier. Maximizing this weighted ring while we have it on as well. Because we're going to be taking that off as soon as we get a decent accessory. Okay, so precious metals are on BGK as well. Cool, cool. I mean, if we get a movement white shard here, it's kind of over already. Oops. Okay, Sinky Dinky. Not what you want to see there, but it's better than a shortcut. It at least opens up a whole other area. Dimension shifting through the water is kind of a pain in the ass, and it's not perfect. There's still a bunch of areas you can't go because of the way the animation works and the way you'll stay floating. Okay. No backup invert, though, so we're probably going to have to go down here. So as much as I wanted to be super optimistic, it looks like we're going to have to fight Albert. The good thing about fighting Albert early is that we have a good melee weapon, and we have poison. That's what really matters. We can literally just poison him from a distance, and then just run away, and win that way. And that's fine. That's better than most scenarios when you have to fight Albert early. And I mean, this is, of course, if we can't find, like, anything else. Oop, didn't want to go that way. Actually, we'll go up. Definitely this run is not going to be a very good run for, like, theory crafting and routing, but sometimes you get DS early and then, like, it's overwhelming because you don't really know where to go. So I'm going to show you my preferred route with DS early. Get these Ordog kills. Ordog drops a purple. Make sure I kill him. Trying to get some extra gargoyle kills in there just to see if we can get an easy purple drop there. We don't really need to farm it. So that room I checked on the very far left that had like nothing but an extra white post in it, that can have a safety invert. And this room right here in the middle could have a safety Zangetsu, just in case those items are like locked behind something that they normally, you know, would prevent you from getting them in a seed. It's kind of like, instead of making the logic really good, they just decided to put those in. And even those, though, unfortunately, are not, like, they don't work flawlessly. So we still might have a soft lock seed, but it's very hard to soft lock when you have dimension shift. Okay. We'll go ahead and take our blue kill. Hopefully this is accelerator. We don't have to touch any blue enemies after this. But there's also a accessory check back here, so it's worth it. I'm not going to even bother switching to poison. If you stand in this exact spot and just swing on PC with uncapped FPS, like, I think something happens to Craftworks AI where he just can't handle it. Okay, vanilla. Not what we were looking for there. Oops. Getting that armor is nice, though, because we need a little defensive upgrade for where we're about to go. There's a lot more damage heading in our direction once we go upwards here. Okay. I'm going to leave Gargoyle be. Yep. Okay. Alright, now this is the hardest part. You have to dimension shift into this, like, perfect spot. And then jump through the floor. There we go. You know what? I'll take this. You could just go around the long way as well, but, you know. Come on. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you from going back into that first room I was in and just going up that way with dimension shift, but I like doing that because you save a little time if you can do it anywhere near quickly. Alright, we're going to take a save here to refill our MP, because this is a pretty long climb. Oops, that was not good. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a key item check, so we want to check that. Okay, the other key. The key that opens the room to nothing. Awesome. Fuck off. Alright, there we go. Okay, not what we're looking for, but it's there. Gonna have another complicated jump here in a second. There it is. It's always in the attic. Why even bother looking anywhere else? It's always up here. Okay, we're gonna take a save now, just in case we screw up the kill, because that is possible. Especially with dimension shift, it's a lot easier to screw it up. than it would be without it, with any other form of movement. Because you need something to get up to slash the moon here. Okay, well, I mean, this has went really well. We haven't had to go down, which is nice. Ooh. Oh! I did not see him charging his SPD. That's cool. Gotcha, buddy. Alright, and now this is a tactic move here. You won't see this a lot. You see people usually just go down. I don't want to fight the dragon. I think it's actually going to be slower to do that. I'm going to teleport back across, and then I'm just going to go across the open room and garden. Poison. I don't think we need to craft that yet. Alright. And now, we double Solomon. I don't know if double Solomon increases the rate the way you would hope, like Ring of Arcana does in some. But if it does, it's pretty good. Yep. Don't need that, don't need this. Egg, sugar, cheese. Polo's better, yeah. Okay. Okay, if we find a brigand, then we can, I don't think you can find it in chests, actually. I think you have to craft it, or... But if we can get one, we get a free thing of food, so that's cool. The other tech about this route is it also lets us weave in one check that typically you wouldn't see happen, you wouldn't see done very often, but we are looking for the Jeebel's glasses, the best item in the game. And having Zang and Jeebel already down opens up another one of these accessory locations. It's a little out of the way, but it's in an area we have to open up anyway. And then I can put the Zangetsu away in, and I don't have to put it out again, so... Now, theoretically, we could go beat the game right now, but I just don't have the, I don't have the combat available. Better runners than I would just go beat the game. Whoop. Can I stop turning around, please? Okay. I think it's a little bit faster to go back. Oh, he didn't die. Than it is to waste on out and come back again. Didn't know that was even possible, but now I do. Okay. Oh, no, I was thinking about going down and killing Wolfman for blues there, but that would not... Oops. Gotta fucking get a better... I don't know if it's my controller or what, but this game loves to say you pushed up, down, left, and right when you didn't. Yeah, I still have dimension shift equipped. That's unfortunate. Okay, don't need to do that. Oh, hello. I mean... Let's go. Now, if this is a race and I'm playing against a very good player, I probably lose because I'm not going right to the end. But if I find infinite mana soon, like with any sort of like expediency, I mean, I make it really close. If not, maybe even win. Especially now after finding that. Because that's a shard you can beat both end bosses with, for sure. Okay, we want to check this one as well. Alright. Now the one problem with this next area is dimension... Ooh, that's a great food to pick up. Dimension shift does not work in these 2.5D areas, where the screen wraps and scrolls upward. So you cannot dimension shift here. It just doesn't work. So keep that in mind. So we're doing this all vanilla style, as if we had nothing but craft work. Damn. Let's see, you can't dimension shift here. Come on. You can dimension shift in these rooms, though. Okay, plunder. Bad guys would like to loot and plunder. Alright. Okay. I don't have a great headpiece, so I figured I'd check that real quick before we go on to the next. No more accessories in this area, so we don't really care about it anymore. Never going to go up the rest of the castle. The rest of the tower, anyway. Okay. Got another accessory. We have 2 accessory checks here, actually. One's a little bit out of the way, but it's worth going for. Again, we're looking for offense. Let us go and beat the game. Whenever I don't check this, it's always glasses, so today we knew it wasn't going to be, but had to anyway. just wanted to see what that was. We do have alcohol, so I can check and see if there's anything good to dismantle as well. Okay. Pier. Green room. I was actually going to consider not grabbing Deadeye Tome, but we have Aquastream now, so this is definitely worth it. No, I don't have enough mana. Okay, actually double jump takes a lot of pressure off. Ooh. Double jump means we can go to a lot more places without having to burn mana to do it. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Shield weapon could be enough. Don't think so, though. That's a great dismantle. That gets us rice balls. Because we have rice growing right now. So once you prepare food, it then becomes available in the shop to buy, just like any potion or whatever. So we actually probably could go now, but I'm going to be short on... Actually, I'll craft these all for free. I'm going to be short on mana, though. Which means we're going to have to rely on a lot of melee for Dom. I do have poison. I think we probably still want to check... Yeah, I think we still want to check a few more accessory spots. Do you have the death cry to try to... Oh, do we go down this way? Yeah, I think so. Do we gamble on Lily? I don't think so. If we had infinite MP, I probably would. Infinite mana look really good right now. Those are not the right glasses. I'm killing the toads because I haven't gotten their purple drop yet, so... Nope. I do have an interesting out right here, though. Which actually saves me a little bit of a... You need Reflector Ray or Dimension Shift to get through here normally. Oh, actually, I gotta go back. Yeah, because there's only one accessory check down all that way, and I don't think I want to do that. I'll check these two, and then I think I give up and try to beat the game with what I have from here. I mean, we've got infinite health, like, got a good weapon, I've got poison. Should be fine. But if I've learned anything in the last couple months, it's that, going to Dom and wasting like 4 or 5 plus deaths there when you could have just been souping yourself up is a mistake. Like, if somebody's got superior combat skills to you and can do the GBA Vanilla combat, well then, you know, so be it. Right, I don't think there's anything else I can do at this point. Nope, just buy more of these. Sell this, sell this, sell this. Eh. Oh, you know what? I should go grab another book. Okay, we have to focus now. Cat RNG is going to be a problem. All right. Double jump's so good. Glasses. Nope. I mean, it's not a 0 that I use that. Do we go for the third book? Probably not. I just have to refill my mana potions here. Make sure there's no crafting. Oh wow, okay. Okay, I don't think we can lose now. Like, we'll eventually just win with melee. I should probably just melee Dom and just take a bunch of damage and save all my MP for Bale. We'll just poison Dom and then that's it. And then just try to melee her from there. Because with 5 regulars and 9 littles, I think we should be okay. And this is why you need dimension shifts. You cannot get through this room without it. Okay, I like to see that. Acid. Oh, yeah, we could go for the Death's Cry on her, too. Yeah, why not? Try to curse her, maybe? Did we get it? I mean, I don't see how that... Didn't hit her, but okay. Oh, no. Nope. Please, no. Yeah, I expected to get elbowed in the back. I need to do this so I can... Alright. We gotta lay off. We tried the Death's Cry, but... We gotta lay off. We gotta make sure we save mana to repoison her. Oh, I thought I ducked that. Come on. I did not want to use that mana. Okay, that's great. We should be guaranteed here. I mean, I don't even think I'm going to run out of MP. Double jump should be enough to evade all the lasers. The only issues we're going to have is cat RNG. We're going to lose a bunch of MP to cat RNG if that comes up. Let's change to that just in case. Change to this. And then do that. How did I know? Well, the good thing is we can't get it as the next one. Okay. No cat this time. Are we gonna get Gizzard or are we gonna get Landlord? We get Landlord, okay. I'm fine with that. Oh, fuck off. Not a terrible time. Okay, so let's review that seed. Let me just get past the music here. Okay, so in that seed we made a few decisions. Once we got go mode where we got the Zangetsu in the attic, from there we could have went and beat the game. The problem is as you saw right there, I would have had to do a lot of the work by melee only, and I wouldn't have found the highlight for the infinite rice balls. I wouldn't have found the other food items for the other food. I wouldn't have found Aqua Stream. I wouldn't have found a bunch of other stuff. So I probably spent like 15 minutes gathering to make sure that my first fight was a success, and that I was never really in danger of dying, even with the bad cat RNG, which, you know, you can't do anything about that laser lava situation unless you have invert. Like, I might have been able to sit at the top and dimension shift, but as you can see, you get hit once and you just get put in the infinite combo vortex. So if I'm playing somebody at my level or not, I think I made the right decisions. I probably should have went maybe a few 3 to 4 accessory checks a little earlier. Maybe as soon as the library second one was done, I teleport around, get the second book, and then go. Instead of going underground and checking the one at Waterfall, the one up in the middle of the caverns, and then the 2 down in the bottom left of caverns. But with Dimension Shift, I did save a little time, checking the one up in the middle and the 2 over to the side, just because of that I was able to use that Dimension Shift room. So you could probably argue there that's a gamble. Like, if it's in one of those 4 checks, you win, probably for sure, if the other person's a similar skill level. If it's not there and they go first, and then they have just enough to get the fight over with, you win. But I've played enough matches and lost enough to going to the end too early and go mode and losing to like, if I don't feel comfortable, I'm just going to search for the tools to get the job done. Make sure my first fight is successful. because people will sometimes lose 3, 4, 5 times on Dom Bail, and then they'll go, okay, I need to go find something else, and then they'll leave, and then you really can get them if you've already done the extra cleanup. So you kind of just have to make peace with the fact that like somebody who's just straight up better at you than at the game than you are, they're going to beat you either way. So you know you got to give yourself the best chance to win. I think in that scenario, if I was racing someone, looking for glasses would have been my best chance to win, especially after I found a really good purple. And I probably gained some time because I orphaned some purples while people were probably farming some of those purples looking for like a good purple to help them in the fight. Although with Valkyrie Sword and good combat and poison, usually that's all a good player will need if they have really good combat. So, you know, without good combat, here we are, right? But overall, not too bad. That seed doesn't really give you a good example of like routing because like Dimension Shift just literally opens the entire castle as soon as you pick it up. So we're gonna play another one in a second here and see if that gives us anything different to look at. Maybe we get a more regular seed that we can kind of, you know, route in a little bit more of a traditional way. So I'm just going to take a quick break from my hands, and then we'll get into it. Always make sure you're stretching out this stuff. Make sure it's loose and limber. Cramps are awful. Hydrated. I usually will play something else just so my fingers get moving, my wrists get moving a bit, you know, in the day. Whether even if it's an MMO or it's a, you know, like a shooter or something like that, I'll play something else usually just to get my, you know, fingers and hands. Or, you know, I'll do like jiu-jitsu grip exercises for a little bit, maybe like half an hour, for about 15 minutes, at least a half an hour plus before I'm going to play. Get this loose and limber, and then let it recover, so they're not sore. And I always crack my, you'll hear it, you'll hear me cracking my knuckles. The science is in on this. It cannot hurt you in any way. What the noise is there's CO2 that gets built up in here just over the course of just, you know, everyday things. So all you're doing when you do this is you're releasing that gas, and it might not help your knuckles or your fingers feel better, but it can't hurt. And sometimes when you get an excess buildup and you know you're having some trouble moving it, if you just take another finger and get that gas out of there, you know, all of a sudden you feel like, ooh, okay, I feel like a little bit more limber. So anybody gives you the old wives' tale, you're going to screw up your fingers by doing it. Unfortunately, you can tell them, nope, science. Biologists and have looked at our anatomy, and they know what it is, and you can only help yourself by doing it. You know, you don't have to, but it can't hurt you. Just venting that gas doesn't do anything negative, and it never will. But it can, you know, do something positive for your fingers if you have really sensitive fingers. All right. You also don't want to take too long and let your hands warm down and then get stiff. Especially if you haven't played a lot, you'll get used to playing more and more games back to back as you get into speed running this. But and you'll have seeds that are way more demanding on your hands than others, right? That one was way more demanding because by the time I found Strider Belt, it almost didn't make sense to equip it because I would have lost so much stats from the Solomon rings I had. Oops. I might need to get a new controller. That was a good skip. Finally executed that properly. But yeah, when you have to backdash and dimension shift around a lot, that asks a lot more of your hands than your average seed does, so. Okay, Darkness Fireball. It's decent. It's real good with infinite mana. but unfortunately it takes a lot of mana to use. And it's very easy to miss with it, especially in the hecticness of fighting Dominique, so it's good to have. If we get early glasses, it'll be really nice to have. Okay. Ooh, the triple kill. That's not as hard to get as it looks. Kind of ate my jump input there, alright. Fairy Scarf, very nice. Anything but Tattered Scarf in that chest is always nice to see. It's just free stats. Blutgang. Oh, wow. Okay. Well. I mean, if you insist, game. The one little freaky-deaky thing you will see sometimes with the chests is that there is... I don't know if it's a coding error or what, but there is one accessory that is actually in the head item chest pool, and vice versa. So the reason I didn't have a headpiece there is because I opened one of the headpiece chests and it had in it one of those. Ooh. Okay, and then they give us one of the better purples in the game. I love it. The seed's gonna be really nice. Might be long, but it's gonna be easy. And I like to see that. Okay, good. Crafting materials early is always nice. My favorite item in the game, missing string. Tunic is a cotton, okay. Ooh, I would totally craft a Joy if we didn't already have a Valkyrie sword. There's two accessories, actually. It could be two. It could be Dance Mask and one of the talismans. I can't remember. Waystones. Okay, Briggy. I don't think we need the quest. Yeah, I'm gonna take the MP as well. Take it now. Oh, another stack of Tisra Cyan? Oh, okay. As you can see, this time we have to go this way because we have no way to jump up there via shard. Okay, reflector ray is interesting because we can use that to get places. Like over here. I don't really care about the stat increase on the side. We're already way ahead on that regard. Oh my god. Okay. There's the other beam shard. I'm not going to switch right now because there's more stuff weak to holy than dark right now, but this is one hitting everything. We're having better shard rate drop luck in this seed with no Solomon rings, and I had two last seed. We gotta save now. Seed is certainly trying to be a jet seed. Let's see if it actually is. Any movement shards on white? Nope, of course not. Nah, no way it could have ever been a good one. Assuming no safety here either. Nope. At least an MP. At least an MP up. That's good. Okay, so we have no movement, so that's very unlucky. But I guess it's kind of, you know, it balances out with what we've already gotten, so. Okay, that's got luck on it, I think. Oh. Accelerator, come on. One time. Well, that is good, though. Beast Guardian is good. If we get infinite mana, it's really good. Well, you know what, folks? Sometimes it just works. The problem is we have no progression. I guess we technically do with Reflector Ray. I gotta check this first. Okay, sure. How do I... Oh, Bloodless. That's how. Okay, so this is a forced Bloodless unless there's a Bloodsteel red on somebody. Thankfully, though, even though it's forced Bloodless, we have infinite mana. Good weapons, so that's good. Alright, I'm gonna take these. Alright. We don't need to get any more MP ups for the rest of the game, though. Yeah, we have to go this weird path up here. This. Oh, hello. Okay, so we can't go up here with Reflector Ray, but we can go through an area that is not very seen very often. And this is actually the intentional way to go through the game. That's to fight this boss bloodless. Nobody likes to go this way because she's got 1,000,000 HP and takes forever to kill. She's also very annoying to evade all of her attacks. She does a lot of damage. She's overpowered for a boss at this point in the game. But that's how a lot of these bosses are. They're very overpowered for when you meet them, especially in Randomizer. Considering how bad the base attacks are and everything. Yeah. Okay. Look at how much of a pain in the ass that was with infinite mana and good offense. That's why nobody wants to fight this bitch. Ever. And don't worry, there's a boss that's worse than that when you have no movement. I didn't really need to check that, but I figured I would. It could be a really good accessory. Aegis Plate makes us take no damage from environmental hazards. That's also something nice. We need to go up here, don't we? Because we have... Oh no, we have a Reflector Way. We can, yeah, we can get through. We can get through. We can get through. Okay. Unfortunate. Going up with just double jump is a pain in the ass. I think we're going to try some alternative strats here. I'm going to go for something that you should never probably go for unless you're like wild and totally willing to lose races on it, but I'm going to go for the blue farms here with infinite mana. If I can get Accelerator, it's going to change everything. Because double jump's not enough to go upwards. You can't swim with it. However, I can go down. And I can get out. I have Waystones. Okay. Another reason to try this would also be if I hadn't gotten Toad and Plume Armor, which I like to abandon and come back for. They'd be on the way to where I'm going as well. They'd be slightly out of the way of where I'm going, but I mean, Toad is going to be underground as well. So if I hadn't got Toad, but I did get Plume, then I'd be like, okay, well, I'll just get a bunch of Toad kills on my way to where I'm going in the first place. The only issue is where I'm going doesn't have a teleporter. So technically... we need High Jump or Invert to open up most of the rest of the stuff that's locked. Can't get into OSL without Invert, at least. We have the other components. I need to get to Attic. So I guess it's just going back up to Library. Really is the best option. But we can farm the Decabria Purple before we do that. I think that's good enough. Okay, there's the blue drop we're looking for, and it is not gonna pay off. All right, so big gambles here. Didn't pay off for me. So at this point, I'd assume I'm losing if I was racing someone. Get 3 free toad kills right here too. Okay. Yeah, this is where I... Assassin. Fun. Decent, I had the Strider. Okay. Well. Fair enough. Ooh, so close. Okay, a Bovine Plume does it. That's interesting. Bovine Plume could appear here somewhere. 8 gets me a ring. Alright. Nice damage. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. That'll work. We have double jump, so this isn't as bad as it would be without it, but... Okay, we gotta go the long way because there's no dimension shift, and we're coming in. Yeah, no, we can't get through the door. I can get up there with a reflector ray, but I can't get through the door, which is the problem. That's a recipe. The moon belt, like, really makes your backdash way better, so we'll take this off when we go to farm a purple, but when we're just running around the castle, like going places, oh yeah, we're putting this bad boy on. Look at how much faster it is. So good. Strider belt makes your slides faster. That's cool. We don't have to worry about the strider belt now because we got this, which is much faster. All right, plunder's not as good as gamblers, I think, but I mean, it could be worse. Might need this. Okay, bromide. Bromecia. Okay. Alright, and we have Z, so we can go ahead and get this done. And then stone out of here. And then we're still missing a key item, but I don't think we need it now because we have all the keys to open all the boss rooms. Is that correct? Maybe that's last seed. Oh, I don't have any of the boss keys. Okay. Sure. Have I missed Aquastream, maybe? Shield Outsider. Yeah, Shield Outsider. Larage. Okay. Yeah, because we still don't have a way to get down. We could go train instead, though. I think that might be the way to do it. We theoretically can get to the top of TTD with double jump, though. I don't want to do it, because I think it's a waste. It's a bigger waste than this is. But I mean, really, technically, anything could have the purple, so... And this gets my shield outsider that I missed out of the way. So the only other thing I abandoned was Larage, right? Yeah. Doing this climb with just double jump does suck so much balls, though. At least we have a Moonbelt. As long as I'm not going the wrong way. The cake is a lie. Okay, Solano has Alks. That's actually a big deal. Oh my god. Oh my gourd. There's a world where I just orphan Velic, right? Because it takes forever. But if it is Velic, we lose. Basically. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I could save split here to Velic. Right? In theory? Am I also going to do train before I do Larage either? I should have just done Larage when I was up there. What was I thinking? Well, I can teleport right to Larage after train though, so I guess there is that. Well, there's one off the table. Four-minute train isn't bad. I soft locked it, didn't I? Of course I did. Shuriken, throw spear, a lot of those type shards, they just, the game does not agree with whatever they've got going on, unfortunately. Why did this just stop doing damage? Oh, there it is. It's just showing it up there. Don't worry, guys. If you wanted bugs, we still got plenty of them. Okay, not a boss key, which is interesting. I mean, he obviously didn't have it, so skipping him was correct. See, it has glasses and all sorts of good stuff, and it's worse than the last one, somehow. You know, folks. Oh, you know, sometimes you just can't control what you can't control. Oh my god. We'll put that on, I guess. obviously. It was always going to be, folks. If I'd went for that early, I would have had it. That's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. What a joke. This game is so fun. I don't think there's a point in going back. I'll save if I have to waste on my waste stone, but I don't think I need it. What a farm that would have been, though, in the beginning. When I was thinking about coming in here to... that would have been hilarious. Okay, so we need to go to poison. This is already on. Uni? Or luck? Yeah, it's fine. I think that's fine. It's just really fucking upsetting how that just doesn't work correctly. Wonder if Beast Guardian can block that. I'm gonna try after this. I'm gonna reload and see if Beast Guardian can block that. I think it's too active, but I mean, you never know. Because in that scenario, switching to Beast Guardian would have been good if it can actually block it. I don't think I drew any spam shards, did I? I got all the beams and everything like that. I didn't get any of the... Nope, I don't. Alright guys, there you go. That's what a practice session looks like. I usually play 2, maybe 3, depending on length, and then my hands usually start to get a little sore, and then as soon as I feel them getting a little sore or cramping up or anything like that, I just put the controller down. If I want to do more practice, I wait 2 or 3, 4 hours, come back, do some later. You know, that's how I roll. So there you go. And a little bonus knowledge check here. Let's find out and see if Beast Guardian actually can block the beam. Before I get out of here. Nope. It can, but it can't block it indefinitely. There's too many frames of animation there. So you might be able to save yourself from like getting the first hit or the second hit, but no, you definitely can't. You can't just hold the button and have it block it all for you. All right, cool. Well, that's that. I'm gonna go play some other games. I'm gonna upload this bad boy. Thanks for watching this on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, check out the Bloodstained playlist for all the primers and guides. Also, check out the other playlist for the races. Anytime there's a race that goes on in the community and I'm available to cast it, I always do. And then I upload it all to the YouTube so that you can watch it later and it won't get deleted by our Amazon overlords. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one.